Welcome back to the Duck Call Room, ladies and gentlemen, and back by popular demand, Duck Commander's newest employee, Kade, is joining us again.
By popular demand.
We had a lot of people ask for you to come back, Kade. They said they loved you. You fit right in, all the things. Like they were actually giving us a attaboy for doing our homework on finding a good employee.
What part of Florida are you from?
North Florida. So from Lake City.
Straight out of Lake City, Florida. Kade's back in the house.
Yeah, hey, it was so crazy. We even had a hand call in here and leave a voicemail for you.
Uh-oh.
Or something.
Good
He
grief.
said he was your buddy or something. Or said,
Oh, Lord.
He said that he was going to do that. He just confirmed all the stuff about the alligators on the football field and all them tales you was telling. So
Well, I think there might be a few of them now that will say they're my buddy.
so maybe we have.
Might not even know.
We may have a poser. How are things, man? How are things been since we had you on here last? You adjusting to life in North Louisiana all right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's been great.
Yeah.
Travis Matthews.
Oh,
Matthews.
Lord. Yeah, I know him. He's actually one of my good running around buddies.
Oh, see, there you go.
I
know
good
she's
old
there
running around, buddy.
Running around, buddy. So is that like a drinking buddy or?
No, not
No.
that.
Okay.
But,
I was just curious.
Yeah.
But no, how are things here? You like it all right?
Oh, yeah. I've been enjoying it quite a bit. Been adjusting really well.
Good.
Like I said, I ain't met nobody around here yet. I was, didn't like. So
I can
that's
introduce you to
thing.
a couple.
Well.
But, what you laughing
How
at,
much time
Johnny?
you got? 10 minutes? We can find somebody.
okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
We can run somebody by you more like.
Right.
So how's the I forget did we talk about your love life here in Louisiana last time?
No, oh, no.
Well, then we will this time.
Is
Ask
there
Hunter.
more?
It's what I like diving into. Well, how old are you?
I'm 19.
19?
Yeah.
Are you meeting any young 19-year-old? I don't know what that's like.
No, not really.
You just hanging out with Stone?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Not a great way to meet people.
Yeah.
Okay, I think
He doesn't really have a lot of influx.
I think someone said you play the guitar, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, he does.
Yes,
You
sir.
got a band?
I did. Yes. Well, I still do. I'll go back home and play with them some when I can. But yeah, real good band too. We've only been together about a year, but I mean, I pulled from a lot of different bands and people I've met over the years playing, and it's good. All-star band.
Well, I got about 4 guitars, but I ain't learned how to play them yet.
Well, if you need a new front man, Si ain't too busy.
Oh yeah.
He's done it once.
Oh,
He is the
Right.
front man.
That's what I'm saying.
I actually had a
He's the
band
front.
and went on the road and had a blast doing it.
Yes, sir.
But it's a young man's game.
Oh yes, sir.
You
It
still
is.
made a pretty good chunk
Well,
of change.
I had a lot of fun doing it.
Well,
Okay.
That's all that matters, right? At your age, especially.
Well, no, because we wrote 6 songs, me and the band members.
Mm-hmm.
Bridget Tatum was one of the band members. Okay, my daughter-in-law, Marcia, was the other one. And then I was, vocals only, since I couldn't learn how to play the stupid guitar.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
He's eye candy.
That's just
But
something.
you could sing.
There's some things God is not going to give me, and guitar playing is one of them.
Well, and
And it's probably for the best.
right. Well, the hardest thing about guitar is the beginning of it. So once you get past that stage, it's.
Well,
it
see,
goes
that's
from
what
there.
was my problem with it.
Oh yes, sir.
strings.
Yeah, it gets a lot of
Is
people.
I never could get. I couldn't get any progress.
Well, your boy, what's his name? Oh, Travis
Yeah.
gave you the
Well, no, he
Guitar
gave me
Hero chord
supposed
buddy
to-
thing.
idiot proof, and nope, that ain't don't work with me. Okay, so what is that thing called?
The chord buddy.
Yeah, the
I
chord
remember
buddy.
him. It
You
made
just,
it where you just press
put it on your guitar,
Mhm.
and then you mash the colors.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir.
Okay, so for
Yes, sir.
G chord, C chord, all that.
Right.
And I actually, he come up here with his band,
Mm-hmm.
and we fooled around and played a little music at Willie's restaurant
Mm-hmm.
when he had it, and I was, they done a video of me playing it.
Oh,
that
yes,
night.
sir.
And he said, "Hey," he said, "No, you should be playing." He said, "You did great that night. You was right with us. The guy that was playing." And I said, "Well, I didn't feel like I was." And he said, "Well, hey, trust me when I tell you, we went and watched it very carefully." He said, "You was right there with the guy that was playing, for
Oh, yeah.
real."
Yeah.
know? So I just said, well, it didn't sink in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe it's like baptizers. You know, some of them don't take. So guitar playing didn't take with me.
Sometimes you get baptized by water.
Yeah,
Sometimes
yeah.
you get
You
baptized
just get
by the
wet.
Spirit, right?
Well, you just get
Sometimes
wet.
you just get wet.
Yeah, sometimes you just get wet. You know, nothing really happened. You didn't change.
Oh, Lord. have
Hey,
mercy.
speaking of people that play the guitar, do you watch American Idol?
Yes, I watch. That's what always gets me. Okay, when I watch somebody live on the
This
stage.
is good news for you too.
No, because hey, most of the time, okay, and when they had told me this, I kind of looked and said, well, they lying. You know, there's thousands of songs you can play, okay, and you only use the top 4 frets.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you got to think about that. You don't even have to move. You just on them 4.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got 4 fingers. You know? But it's just, no, it's amazing. Because I watch them on live on stage. Hey, the only time they go down the guitar if they want to go higher.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know, because most of them, if you just play on the first 4 frets, it's low.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's low. You've got to go toward the
Bottom.
sound hole.
Right.
The sound hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
But it's just, it's in a way. I've always said, especially when you run up on someone that you ask, do you read music? No.
Mm-mm.
Do you understand anything? He said, no, I don't. I always said that guitar playing is a God-given gift. It really is.
Well, there's some girl from Monroe who can play the sound hole pretty good. She's made it on American Idol, and she's your age.
Yeah. So funny.
He's excited.
Funny thing about her is I'm renting to the house I'm renting in is kin to her, to that girl.
Okay.
Yeah. So
What girl is this? What's this girl?
Clara.
Yeah.
Name Clara Ray. Yeah.
I was sitting there watching American Idol. Not my choice, I'm going to be honest. So it was Allison's choice. And all of a sudden it said, Monroe, Louisiana, humongous on the screen. And they're over at the Flying Tiger, and she's singing songs.
Did you happen to look at the credits of that episode?
Well, what's the young lady's name that lives?
Hold
Hunter,
on.
Hunter, he barely looked up in time to see Monroe, Louisiana. He didn't.
What was
watch-
in the, were
he
you part of
didn't-
that?
Yeah, I PA'd for that episode here.
So you knew and you didn't tell us?
I signed an NDA.
That's a good point.
Well, American Idol, rest assured, your
Hunter-
boy kept it because
You're
now he's smiling, telling us he worked on it.
Yeah.
We with this clown every day. Look, NDAs go out the door when you walk in this door.
Well, I can't exactly say it.
That's crazy. Well, if you
Live.
run into that girl, I sent her a message that said, hey, if you want to come talk to Uncle
I
Si
have her
about
dad's
American
number.
Idol, feel free to.
I have her dad's number.
I know
told
her
both of
dad. I
them-
was like, I recognize that guy. And she ghosted me. I got no response. So if
Well,
you want to come on the show.
You're married with children, so good for
Well-
her for
Well,
ghosting you,
hold on.
'cause
But I
you were-
sent Uncle Si.
I understand, but
podcast.
how many? She just made it on American Idol. How many?
She probably got a
How
couple
many
messages.
creeps you think went in there? You sure are pretty. You know,
Yeah.
like
Well,
I mean,
Like I said, my landlords say they know her, they kin to her. All I got to do is call them. They'll probably get a hold of her too.
see, look at
Hey,
that.
but you can't do that. You're looking for a date.
But no, I'm not. No, not at all.
He said no.
Why not?
Well, I think she's married.
Oh, really?
That
Oh,
checks out. If
yeah.
she's from Monroe 19 and married, those all add up.
Church of Christ.
I don't know if she's
Oh,
married.
she can't be Church of Christ. She playing music. That keep you out.
She can sing, though. Anyway, I found it interesting.
She's okay.
She's
Well,
like singing at Enoch, singing at all the places I know.
what she look like? I don't even know who y'all talking about. So
Oh,
that-
she's a fine little thing.
oh, okay. Well, she's 22,
Yeah.
so that's not weird.
I don't know. She might not even be that old.
I'm just guessing.
That's
I
her.
thought y'all said 22. Clara Ray, congratulations. How'd our buddy Luke treat you?
That's it.
He was nice. He said,
yeah.
quit playing the guitar. Go a cappella for a minute.
Of course he did.
And then that's when she killed it.
That's a Luke move
That's a Luke move.
from way back. We did have Luke in here.
Luke's
But he's
actually
kind of a
the
busy
only
fella.
reason I will watch American Idol because he cracks me up.
Well, yeah, that's the same way. That's the only reason I watch Buck Commander because Luke Bryan's on it.
All right.
Lord. I mean,
And that whole bunch cracks you up.
Mark,
Oh, yeah,
hey,
that's
you got time to listen to my duck call? I was like, yeah, Luke, I got plenty of time. Listen to your duck call. But the duck call ain't your problem. You're in a hot hole. Just sit there, shut up, and shoot them when
That's
they
right.
come in.
Shoot them when they get rain.
I mean, I went fishing with Bill freaking Dance.
Spring is here, y'all.
What a great time to be alive.
It is.
I love a good fast growing tree straight here in zone 8. And I know exactly what to plant because
And
the
if-
website's so easy.
Well, Fast Growing Trees is the biggest online nursery in the U.S. with thousands of different plants and over 2 million happy customers. Okay? Is there a plant that you just love?
I can tell you, you're from zone 9 though, down in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Your part of Florida's in zone 9, so you can grow a little different than we can.
Right. Well, a good palm tree.
A palm tree.
Yeah, good palm tree.
Hey, we can order Kade a palm tree. Let him bring a slice of home to here. Fast Growing Trees offers a wide variety of plants, including fruit trees, privacy trees, flowering trees, and shrubs, all tailored to your climate and space with an easy online ordering process and quick delivery straight to your door. Plus, with their Alive and Thrive guarantee and expert support, your plants will arrive healthy and you'll receive guidance on choosing the right plants and learn how to properly care for them. See, you wouldn't have known that without the folks over at Fast Growing Trees. Whether you're looking to add privacy, shade, or natural beauty to your yard, you can talk to a plant expert about your soil type, landscape design, how to take care of your plants, and everything else you need. No green thumb is required. And whether you have a big yard, small yard, no yard, Fast Growing Trees has over 6,000 plants to fit any space. From indoor plants to fruit trees to full-size privacy trees and more. This spring, they have the best deals for your yard, up to half off on select plants and other deals. And listeners to our show get 15% off their first purchase when using the code
Duck.
at checkout. That's an additional 15% off at fastgrowingtrees.com using the code
Duck.
at checkout. Fastgrowingtrees.com code.
Duck.
Now's the perfect time to plant. Use
Duck.
to save today. Offers valid for a limited time. Terms and conditions may apply. So I turned into a bass fisherman the other day too.
I saw that.
Yeah, I took the old man fishing, man.
How was it, Si?
It was fun. And look
Can y'all?
here.
Oh, you bleeding?
That's from a bass yanking
yeah.
that reel against my finger and it, blistered.
Yeah, he asked me. He said, "You got a Band-Aid in this boat?" I said, "No, that's actually one thing I don't carry."
I normally tape it up, and I had forgot it.
That man caught so many fish, his hands are bleeding.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Between catching a fish and swatting a purple tail wasp, we was having ourselves.
I'm telling you,
And they go on
hey,
Fridays, so I can't even get invited.
We caught about 60 bass, probably, maybe more. I don't
Yeah.
even know. I lost count.
We didn't count
Yeah, we didn't care. But
What were you doing when they were doing this? Working?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Sucks.
Y'all act like we weren't working.
Oh,
them.
shit.
Hey, look,
Oh, here we go.
that's what most people don't understand. Hey, if you go fishing, hey, you get a workout.
But it sure was fun, man. I giggled and I laughed and I netted size
Well, I always,
fish.
because
took
I
'em
always
on.
give it's a commentary when I set the hook on one.
Oh, goodness, you rascal.
Oh, get the net. That's a good one.
The best commentary were the ones that get off, though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no! Look, I lost 4 of his baits. The line kept. I set the hook.
Yeah, I finally
What happened?
figured that out. I finally figured out why you lost my $12 crickets.
Hey, well,
I know
hey,
you
look,
get
it
some
wasn't
more
my
of 'em.
fault.
No, well,
OG Tiny, $10.99 at my shop.
Well, we had a
for you.
cameraman. We had a cameraman that was tying them on.
Go up because I ain't trying to be
That,
cheap.
mate, that wasn't the problem.
no, look, what happened, and y'all didn't realize it. So I had Jared in there filming, and Jared, when Si would get hung up, I would drive the boat because the wind was whipping pretty good. So I just drive the boat and let Jared get him unhung. Well, God bless Jared. He tries.
Jared Living Proof?
He really does. Well, he broke the tip off that one rod, and I never even knew it.
What's
So
wrong?
every time you were zinging out there, you were having that little 6-pound line hit the end of that broken tip. So you were cutting your own line every cast. So then by the time something would pull back on it, pop.
So he broke with.
Yeah, when I got back, I had a broken rod.
Oh, okay.
I said,
Okay.
well, this checks out.
I love fishermen.
Well, hey, look.
I said, this,
Hey,
check,
look,
this
kids
checks
and
out.
old people, they tear stuff up.
Yeah.
And I love them both.
But it actually made sense of why you kept breaking your line. I was like, well, there we go.
So what was he using?
Just a little spinning rod.
But it was, how
Just
much of it was gone?
a little bit.
Just a tip.
A little bit.
Just a tip.
So the last
Just the
eye,
eye. Just the last eye.
And it was like it was splintered, so
Yeah, and
you
it
know,
left a sharp thing
so
up there.
it was fine.
Yeah.
So every time Si's got that thing out there, he's just cutting his line. He didn't even realize it.
That happens.
Oh, it's fine. I mean, I didn't care. I was like, I mean, I've had that rod for probably 10 years, so like I got my money's worth out of it.
$8, I'll put a tip on it.
You ain't got to. That's waste management's problem now.
Thank
You know, sometimes you just know, like,
Right.
you know, that has been a good one.
you.
Let's just go.
I
Like,
need to bring you to everybody go listen to what Martin just said.
I mean,
Well,
Go step away.
if it would have been the second trip out with it ever, okay, let's go get it fixed. But I have had a time with that rod. Like, we're good.
That's one of the things that made me mad. I finally get where I have some money, and I'm looking. I want to make my own little combo.
Yeah.
So I go in there, and hey, there's a reel, and I didn't know it, but hey, it was for salt water. And it's on a rod, so I go in there, and I literally had to take my pocket knife
Yeah.
and cut the fan.
The zip ties
Yeah,
off.
oh yeah, I cut the zip tie off of that one.
Vandalism.
Okay, I get this
First
reel.
charge.
I go and find the rod I want and put it on there. Look, and I come to the checkout, and I said, I want to buy that. And the guy said, wait a minute, hold it. He said, I gotta go check something. So he walks away with the rod and reel in his hand, and he comes back and he said, where did you get this reel? And I said, I cut it off of that rod over there.
He was honest about trying to
I
steal
want
it.
this reel on this rod. They wouldn't sell it to me. I said, dude, hey, I don't care. Mark it up $200. I want that rod and that reel.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's the maddest I ever been.
Well,
I went through everybody but the owner of the store.
Hey, well, look, you can go see the owner of the honey hole
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
His name's David
And I can
Owen.
make my own.
You
combo.
can make
we will
your
make it
own
happen.
combo.
You
Hey,
can cut all the zip ties you want. He probably won't get as mad as they
You
will
can
at
make
Walmart.
Please don't do that.
Well, hey. Well, it ain't like I'm trying to steal it.
Right?
No,
Yeah.
I want this reel on this rod.
but you could go there and make your own combo, and I bet they'd give you 10% off.
No, he got
Yeah.
more money, know what to do with. We tell him we do.
Actually, what you do, here's the best part. Let him go in there and make his own combo. You give it to him, and then you build that combo and put the Si Robertson
That's right.
special.
There you go.
That's right.
You sell
My
that.
name on it.
And
Ugly stick, pistol
Hey,
grip.
hey.
as
Yeah.
good as the
There.
Godwin rod's doing, the Si
Well, hey,
combo
no.
got to do something.
Look, that ain't a bad idea.
Side combo.
Exactly.
Hey. We'll both make some money, Jay.
Yeah.
I'm in.
No, Si don't even make nothing. He just gets a free rod and reel.
That's it.
No, you
Gotta
got
get the equipment, boys.
them old people.
You gotta have equipment to fish.
Them old people always wanting a senior citizen discount from me too. Do you ask for that everywhere you go?
I get it.
That's what like when I didn't have any money. I couldn't borrow $5 from nobody.
The only difference is that
Then
senior
when I got
citizen
wrong,
gonna come see you
known,
about 4 times.
hey,
a
they give
week.
me stuff.
Ain't got
free.
nothing
Right.
going on.
Yeah,
And I said, where were you people at when I was just didn't have a dime to my name?
and giving it to people that were
Yeah.
like you are now.
Mhm.
The same old thing. That's what Phil always says. He said, you ain't
Well,
got
I had always said when I tried college that the whole world, whoever put this in play, screwed the whole system up.
Whoever put college in
Everything,
play?
I'm talking about the way the world runs. They screwed it up totally.
Yeah.
Because number one, the real working man gets paid peanuts. Then you got some clown that's got a piece of paper that says he's educated,
Yeah, having a
sitting in the
marketing
office,
meeting.
sitting on his butt doing nothing
That's
to get
right.
the big bucks.
That's
There you
dang
go.
right.
Yeah, see?
No, it's always been backwards.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, you ain't wrong.
Except for here.
Plus, and I'm not really down on education, but in
I
the
am.
way I was, because when I was in college, I had buddies that had graduated before me.
Mhm.
Okay, they had went to college. They had 2 degrees, a BA and a master's.
Yes, sir.
And guess where they was working? At McDonald's and Burger King,
Yeah.
flipping burgers.
Mhm.
And I said, wait a minute, why would I waste 4 years, 6 years, 8 years, depending on how much education you want to do? And then the last thing I hear out of you when I go for an interview, well, I can't use you there, young man. You're too educated. You know, so I just, hey.
So I chose Vietnam over McDonald's.
Well, no, because I chose partying and chasing women. Okay, I minored in partying and majored in women.
Oh,
Yeah.
there it is.
You know.
Go on now.
And I told my mama that when she told me, hey, you're going to college.
Go on
And
now.
I said, Mama, don't waste yours and Daddy's hard-earned money. She said, hey. I said, look, all I'm going to do is party. And she said, well, make it a good one. Oh, look, hey, we're both happy.
You might as well enjoy it.
Hey, I told her, I said, hey, I made it a good one. I partied the whole semester I was there.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, what you think about college? You opted out of it?
Well, so when I was in high school, we have dual enrollment in Florida, so I took college classes while I was in school.
Yeah.
And I got a pretty good dose of it, being there around it and all that. And I mean, I kind of realized that probably ain't somewhere I would be.
Well, it's not for everybody.
Yes, sir.
Nah.
Yeah.
All right, Mother's Day is right around the corner. And if you're looking for the perfect gift for mom,
Get her some headphones. Block out them kids.
yeah, get her some noise canceling headphones. Get her just some headphones because mom's always on the go. She needs to be able to work on the go, juggling work, family, and everything in between. So this Mother's Day, treat her to the everyday earbuds. Buy Raycon because, mom deserves a moment to relax while she's listening to her favorite podcast or music or whatever she's listening to. Make sure she can hear it. Make sure she can hear it well and also look good. Raycon's everyday earbuds are the perfect gift for the mom on your list, whether she's hitting the gym, busy with work, or taking one of many phone calls that she has to habitually put on speaker every day. Give mom the gift of premium audio that goes where she does. Their latest model is better than ever. It's got a 32-hour battery life. It's got multi-point connectivity that lets her pair with 2 devices at once, and she'll never have to ask you for Bluetooth help again. Look, speaking of the battery, with Raycon's quick charge function, just 10 minutes of charging yields 90 minutes.
I like
battery.
that.
That's
I like a
handy.
quick charge.
And these earbuds come with active noise cancellation, which is often difficult to find at such an accessible price point, but not with Raycon. Starting just half the price as other premium audio brands. And you can get rose gold, deep red, blush violet, forest green, royal blue.
Royal blue.
This right here is the forest green that I've got in my hand. So if you're watching this, look, check them out. They are great. I travel with them when I travel. That's the only headphones I use now. Here's the deal. You get them for whatever reason she doesn't like them, they offer a 30-day happiness guarantee return policy. No questions asked. Comes with different earpieces, so you can get a custom fit for each and every person. So that's what I love the most about them. So
Great headphones.
yeah, they're not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. You can customize them to yourself. If you like that, go to buyraycon.com/ to get 20% off site-wide. Right now, Raycon is offering up to 20% off site-wide when you go to buyraycon.com/
Duck,
that's BUYRAYCON.com/
Duck. You go work on these pipelines because I got a young man I know,
I love it.
a friend of mine. He's in Alaska right now, 40 below.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but he is getting.
There ain't amount of
Big-
money on earth.
Look.
I would choose.
Well, no,
McDonald's
I
in
was fixing to say
Vietnam.
I'm out at that.
But at least
Cold.
he's not having to
Look.
finance DoorDash orders.
Yeah.
Hey, there
What
you
is
go.
that, ladies and gentlemen? If you're listening,
I want to know what site. Well,
as a man who took 6 years of college to get a finance degree,
Si, so look, there's all kinds of ways you can order food and
do you
have
know
it
they'll
delivered
deliver
to you.
anything to your house?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Do you ever DoorDash your food?
DoorDash.
That's what it's
is
called.
that?
It's an app.
It's an app
Oh.
that you can order food on and they'll bring it to you.
Oh, no, I do. I do that. Okay.
Okay.
You'll like this. And guess who I ordered it from?
Who?
Johnny's Pizza.
Thank you.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well,
I
look,
Well, imagine.
I ordered pepperoni,
sausage
sausage,
and
jalapenos, and
Oh.
cricket.
Oh, that
Amen,
sounds so
About
good right now.
2 or 3 times a month. Okay.
There you go. I
Praise
thought
the
you were going to say a week and you were about to
Oh
be
no,
my
no, no,
hero.
no! It's not at all. It's about 4 times a month.
Once a
okay?
week. Weekly pizza.
Hey,
right?
one weekly pizza.
You ain't eating
Well,
one
so,
pizza
look,
a week.
Matter
You
of
ain't
fact,
living life
hey,
right.
guess what we had at the poker party?
Pizza. Thank
Pizza.
I'm just glad you didn't feed them imbeciles and fish I cleaned for you.
No, no, oh no, no! That's gonna be for me, Miss Christine,
That
and maybe Phillip and his wife Alicia.
Well,
But-
now
But what if when you ordered Johnny's,
you can
had it delivered, you could just pay for it later. You could just finance your pizza.
Oh, finance that later.
the pizza.
Well,
You
back in the day, I liked that real good.
8 easy installments over the
now,
next 6
okay.
years.
Oh, I can pay for it.
Yeah, you could
If I
pay.
ordered, I
You
could pay.
could end up paying $127 for your $20 pizza.
Yeah, 6% interest. On
Yeah.
Well, no, hey, that's what just shocked me.
Do not finance your pizza.
I usually didn't look at what it cost.
Yeah.
So one day I was coming back, from work from filming. So I pulled in Johnny's, ordered me a pizza.
He wasn't even gonna wait.
No, look, and had to wait like 30 minutes before I got it, And then when I seen the price tag on it, I went back and I said, "Woman, why didn't you tell me that pizza was so expensive?"
You can't put a price on a good time. So.
Oh well, hey, that's not.
Yeah.
That's what I
They
finally
gave me
realized.
40%
Hey,
off the other
If
day.
you're hungry for a pizza,
You know you ordered a lot.
$25 ain't nothing.
No.
I
No.
eat so
Okay.
much pizza the last
Well,
week.
if that's a problem, don't eat Johnny's Pizza. Like, there's an easy way to do life.
I
man.
feel like we've given a lot of really good advice this episode. Can I just say that?
Yeah.
Hunter,
Hold on. What about Hunter?
I'm just interested.
Does Hunter need advice?
Do you DoorDash?
I did back in like 2021.
I'm a,
Like, no, you were the dasher or you ordered DoorDash?
Like ordered.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kept getting sick with a certain virus.
Oh, that one.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, the one that they'll send to us over.
But my sister and her husband, they actually were DoorDash drivers for a while.
I would do that in a heartbeat. That's
Yeah.
a great
Yeah,
way
they
to make
they
it.
love doing it at night.
you
when
know
they get
what
off work.
you know what you could do to not have to finance your DoorDash? You could actually be the driver.
You could just get a job.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought it was weird that they started offering finance.
But they're too expensive anyway. I'm not.
Yeah, it's a ripoff.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I had Domino's delivered.
It's double
a
the
big
price.
thing now about everybody's getting mad because of tipping. And they're
Oh,
trying-
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's been in the
Where
news.
was I at
Uh-huh.
the other day that asked for a tip?
Probably like at McDonald's or something like that. Like they'll do it now. You go there and they'll put on the screen.
and Sonic.
Yeah. So that you'll
My
be on
new
the
favorite
screen.
restaurant, right up
Look,
the road.
hey,
It's like-
quit being a cheap, you know what.
Right.
Bobby P?
And they'll be offended when you don't give them a
Yeah.
tip. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
give the person a tip.
Oh yeah. Huh?
What?
Hey, give the
What we
person
talking
a
about here?
tip.
He said that-
I think we're on
we
two
got
different. I
opposite
think
ends.
we're I
No,
think we're on
hey,
opposite ends
that's
of the
what
spectrum.
the rub
here.
is right now. But when hey,
if I'm not sitting down, I ain't.
No,
tipping.
I'm not tipping at a fast food restaurant. I'm not doing that.
I got in trouble.
They get paid by the hour. So.
I got in trouble
More,
by
but-
Brittany for not tipping the lady that cut the boy's hair enough the other day. Now-
I'm not. I've gotten 4 haircuts in my life now,
Well-
so I can't.
Well, let me tell you how I did this. So it was $50. I guess it's $25 each for the
Good
boys.
gracious,
I
is
would-
that what I'm
which
paying?
granted,
I'll fix that.
wrangling them, that's something which we did
Bring
most
them
of
to my
the
house,
but
I'll
we
cut
did
their
most
hair
of the
for 40.
wrangling, so I'm cool. But when it come to the tip deal, I just went with the one in the middle. I didn't look like I didn't go all the way left because I figured that was like cheapskate and was probably zero. And then there was one over here, but there were like 5 options, and I just chose the one in the middle. But it wasn't enough, according to my wife. And I'm like, well, if it's not enough for the hairdressers, why don't they just up their fee?
Well, hey,
Why are you dependent on
I'll
a
fix that.
tip?
If it's 50
Is it
bucks a
because
tip,
tips aren't taxable? Is that what the big thing
I
is?
don't
Is
know.
there? We need to have Russell in here.
I've tipped him.
We need to get Russell, who owns a barbershop / salon / everything,
I
to
promise
understand
you-
tipping
I
in.
promise you, if I ask Russell to show up,
Yeah.
he will be here an hour early, and he will stay an hour late just for the opportunity to sit in here.
Well, and he'll probably bring his son too, because his son watches everything we do. I guarantee you, his son has already watched me and Si go fishing. Because every time I go in there, he wants to know
Jackson
when I'm going to
Russell.
take his son fishing,
We
which I'm
need
totally cool with.
an
I'm cool with taking
expert
kids
in
fishing.
the field of being tipped. Oh, he's
Yeah.
probably working right now though, and he works with his hands, so he never texts back.
Well, but at least he'll have the. I'm just curious.
Well,
I don't know. Like, where do we draw the line? Should Kade put in like on every duck call he builds? Should he put on a tip for building that duck call? Like when you buy it at Academy, can you tip Kade? Like,
Yeah,
is there an option for tipping the duck call?
I've never
builder?
been tipped.
Like,
I've been
well,
tipped
hey,
one time at
here's
the
my
honey hole.
question. What's the rub here on the tipping?
I just think there are some things that because you can.
Are they too high, the money that they're charging?
No, I just think that they started putting a tip on everything for some reason, and I don't know why. Like at restaurants, I get it, man. I'm a great tipper. Like,
Well, I was
not-
going to say,
Yeah.
that's what,
Like-
you know,
I was
Man,
once
this
told
is-
by the crawfish guy by the house,
Hey.
I'm a better tipper than the Robertson.
hey, this is, well, here's the thing.
That's right.
This is when I was broke, didn't have any money, okay? You know, and like I've tipped waitresses before,
yeah,
and they actually, when I handed them the tip, they cried.
yeah. I mean, most of the
Okay,
time I
'cause
tip
there's-
in cash.
These people are struggling barely to make a living.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I have a great tipping story, but it's rude.
You know,
Well, same in the music too. I mean, you go
no,
there.
no, that's hey, you just hit on something that I
Uh-oh.
was shocked when I actually went out with my band
Yeah.
because I was planning on paying my band big,
Mm-hmm.
and then when the reality of what they no,
Yeah.
I said, wait a minute, hold it, you're paying the band how much?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I
no.
said, wait a minute, this is the people that make the music for you to sing to, idiot.
Yeah.
You're giving them peanuts.
Mm-hmm. No, I know it.
You know?
So did y'all have a tip jar?
Oh yes, sir. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I after about every fourth or fifth song, I would get up and do a whole spiel about tipping your bands and all that because it really is necessary because
No. If you don't tell them, they don't.
They
don't
won't.
give you nothing.
they won't do it. No,
Yeah.
no, sir, they won't do it at all. No, they
I
won't.
was shocked that hey, that's why most when my band when we wasn't on a gig, hey, he's playing somewhere else at night
Mm-hmm. Yep.
just to make enough money to pay the bills for crying out
Right.
loud.
Exactly.
What
Yeah.
Russell say?
I got Russell for next Monday.
I don't know. Yeah.
Man,
hey,
He said,
No,
"Do you want me to come now?"
that's why I was saying, quit being a cheap, you know what.
Oh yeah, no, my
Okay,
issue
if
was,
someone serves you a meal,
that's fine.
and is on your
100%.
beck and call,
Mm-hmm.
hey, tip the person a decent tip.
But the problem
Couldn't
is,
agree more. But
I went
now,
to Nukes. It was Nukes on Friday night. I ordered it. I went. I walked up and said, "Order for John David." Hands it to me. Put my card down, and it's like 15%. I'm like, "Well, you handed me the food. I'm not. Where's the line?"
Yeah, where? Yeah, now it's like
Yeah.
everywhere that has the option to put tip on their receipt, they do. That's food service, 100% tip.
Mhm.
I yes, absolutely. I do it all, but now there's just like it shows up in weird places.
It shows up in a lot of weird
It
places.
shows up in weird
And
places.
you don't know who's getting it.
Yeah, and I don't know why. That's why I'm just like, could you just up the price to cover the tip? Can you just up the price to whatever you think this is? Can you just increase the price?
All right, Russell,
Please.
my friend Russell, who is one of the more eccentric human beings in
He
the
is.
whole wide world. He's actually my new barber. He's who I go see once every.
Yeah. And my boys
Wow.
get their hair cut by somebody at Russell's shop. Never Russell, because he's hard to get into.
Yeah,
He's
well, he's
premium.
like Sadie's
yeah,
hairstylist.
Yeah.
Me and Sadie, yeah. You
hairstyle.
heard that right. Me and Sadie go to the same guy.
Hairstylist to the North Louisiana Stars
Yes.
Oh.
and John David.
But that's just because we're friends. All he has said is, I have strong opinions on the matter. And if Russell has strong opinions, because he's a very opinionated person,
He is that.
he is a Facebook risk.
I got a question. So if you were to, I know you guys probably don't go to coffee shops and get coffee, but if you were
Ugh,
to,
that sounds awful.
And
go-
expensive.
it is expensive. But if you were to go to a coffee shop, you get 1 cup of coffee.
Mhm.
Do you believe in tipping for that too?
If
If they bring it to you, yeah, but no. If I'm at the counter and I get it, I'm no. I don't think so.
That's
'Cause
what I'm saying.
Our
Just
local
up,
coffee shops do that.
just
Yeah,
up your
yeah.
price.
Right.
Like I don't understand the reason for a tip. I don't.
I'm about to put a tip jar out on the counter and just see what
I
happens.
don't get it.
Should I
and
put
the
a tip
word-
jar out this evening and see what happens?
Oh,
You should.
I'll tell you what happened.
They'll probably
It'll
leave.
sit-
I ain't doing it.
It'll sit there and say be empty.
But in the words
Yeah,
of
that's right.
in the words
I'm
of
serious. Maybe-
Waylon,
Every once in a while, you'll get a good guy come in and maybe drop you something in there.
Mhm.
yeah.
But overall,
I have fixed the guy's like
Hey.
rods and reels up before, and it was like $18, and they'll be like, "Here's 25," and I'm like, "What?
Oh, thank you.
This is neat."
Yeah, now, but see, that was an extra service right there. So I could see, like, if you had a tip, if you had one guy doing reel spooling,
me.
that's a different service. But for you to like have tip on your receipt because somebody went out there and got 4 packets of worms and 2 packs of hooks,
That's
and
weird.
brought it to you, and it says tip. You're like, no, I not.
Yeah, I
See,
can
we
go
got-
work and pick
We
it
got
up.
a problem
Yeah, yeah.
No.
on that deal.
Yeah.
Like
Tips
you know,
are weird.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Hey, look, if you've been listening to us for a long time or a short time, you know that we're just regular guys with regular jobs that like to be healthy as we can be. We've gone through ups and downs, but it's important for us to be healthy and healthy dads for our loved ones, and that includes your heart health and your brain health. And omega-3s are crucial for brain and heart health, but they can be hard to get from food alone, which is why I got something for you right now. We got AG Omega-3. The typical American diet does not contain enough omega-3s, and each serving of AG1 Omega-3 provides over 2,000 milligrams of the most bioavailable forms of omega-3. AG Omega-3 is sustainably sourced from wild-caught fish. Who doesn't like a wild-caught fish? A hint of lemon in the formulation makes it easy to incorporate daily as part of your AG1 foundational nutrition plan without that fishy aftertaste. You need brain health, you need heart health. They're probably your two most important organs. Anybody disagree with that? Hey, those are the two, and omega-3s can make that happen for you. Stone, you ever take any of those omega pills?
Oh yeah.
They got the fishy taste to them,
Oh,
don't
there's
they?
nothing worse than burping up fish.
You don't want to, but you want to keep your fish down, and
You want to add a little lemon to help that out.
that's what they do. AG Omega-3 does just that. Look, if you haven't tried AG1 yet, they're bundling it with their Omega-3s for free. So it couldn't be a better time to start. It's something we've actually been able to stay consistent with, and that's why we've been partnering with AG1 for so long. So subscribe today and get a 1-month supply of AG Omega-3 with your first AG1 order. You'll also get their welcome kit with everything you need to get started on your AG1 journey. So make sure to check out drinkag1.com/ to claim this special offer. That's drinkag1.com/
Yeah.
All I'm going to say, though, is this was just a plethora of knowledge on this episode, which leads me to talk about something.
Okay, go ahead.
I was very bored the other night. When I tell you very bored, I mean so bored I ended up on YouTube with this show right here, known as Unashamed, because the title was directed towards Si.
Uh-oh.
And I'm just going to play this. I had Hunter pull this. Thank you, Hunter. I'm going to play this in its entirety for Si.
Zach need to put a little powder on.
Well, Zach's not the problem.
No, but
I'll
I'm
let
just
you
saying
guess
he
who the problem
he needs to put a little powder on his face, a little shiny.
I'll go one deeper.
I
Last
did
time I
not
was
know
in
that.
town,
I'm a redneck, but
I didn't know.
Well,
But there's another
you're on the
another
line.
world, Jace. There's
All right, go
another
for it.
world inside the world, the
Uh-oh.
redneck world, that I got to taste a little bit of last time I was there. And it's actually right across the hall from where you're sitting right now, called the Duck Call Room. I was a guest on the Duck Call Room.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
Now that's a world.
Mhm.
that's just on the other side of our wall here. That world
Yeah.
within our world.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
thin line between a podcast that has meaningful material and just a pool of ignorant babble.
So you're saying they're going back to? We've been talking about going past the Tower of Babel. They're going back to the Tower of Babel. That's
I
what you
actually said that the last time I walked in. I said, "Now over here, right next door, we have multiple men speaking one language, that is Jesus." I said, "In this room, we have a table of babble."
Actually,
Table of
two
Babel.
tables. Two tables.
It was fun. I'll tell you that it was.
Oh, Zach was all.
It was.
He
that
was
whiplash.
all. Yeah, he was all
Well,
excited. when
I mean, the Tower of Babel had a purpose.
Oh yeah, there's an
to
energy there for sure.
Lead you to men speaking one language that was fulfilled in Jesus.
I mean, he went at us there, friends.
Yeah.
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 But you know what my problem?
That's your nephew.
He ain't even got his microphone on.
Hey, put your head.
Wanted to hear it better.
Oh, yeah. Well, put your headset back on so we can talk about it.
So he straight called us babbling fools, basically.
Well,
And to be
I mean,
fair,
to that point,
a little bit.
he's not wrong.
But I've
No,
never
no.
seen
Hey,
anyone come
hey.
in here and not smile.
But to say that we don't have any substance.
Well, no,
Right.
but he's wrong. He said it right the first time when he said, "Hey, the Tower of Babel had a purpose."
Yeah.
Right.
Well, look, I've got a purpose.
Uh-oh.
Okay, you can do things, okay, and be miserable. Okay, or you can do things and have fun.
Boom!
That's right.
Okay.
Here's
And
all
look,
I'll
I'm
say.
not going to be miserable. Life is too short. Okay.
Well, here's what I'll say.
That was so funny.
For people that are full of substance, they sure do pull from our pool of talent often and get them sitting in that chair in there, mainly you. So I don't understand that. A treasure show was about you.
Uh-oh. Hey, they're
Well,
going to do the
hey,
revival.
here-
Who should we
here's
bring
what-
in?
You.
Here's what's so great about that, okay, is look, I learn here, okay, and when I go next door to
You learn there.
shame, I learn there.
But you know with your nephew,
No,
man, it's
no.
always a contest.
Well, no.
Everything's a contest.
No.
Everything
and
is
to
a
be
contest.
fair, if you want to go listen to a deep theological discussion, you're
Well-
in the wrong spot.
By all means,
No,
please
no.
go
no,
over there.
No,
Also,
Yeah.
I'm not going.
Yeah.
I actually disagree with that because I've told everybody that's been involved in my podcast, okay, we give out some very good advice.
That is true. Like,
A
don't
lot.
finance your DoorDash.
Okay,
Yeah,
a lot.
absolutely.
Okay,
Or
and
what tip.
I told y'all to your face. Okay, I was shocked at how smart everybody that's here that's been on. That's sitting
We're
there.
sneaky smart. We're all smarter than
hey,
we look.
yeah. So look, but the main point is, hey, life is too boring, drudgery. Okay, living life is hard.
There you go. That's true.
Okay.
That's a true statement.
Yeah.
Life is
and hey, look,
flat out hard.
I like to add a little fun to my life that is boring.
Amen,
Mhm.
buddy.
Okay, and if
Yep.
you hold that against me, hey, I pity you. Okay,
Right.
I pity the
yeah,
fun.
I pity you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, man.
because you don't have any fun.
That's-
Life too short.
yeah.
You know.
It really is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just love.
No, the Bible says it best. Hey, you're just a mist that's here for a short time, and then you're gone.
Mhm.
I just love.
So
how
hey,
everything
put a
is a
little meaning
comparison with
into
that
it.
boy.
Right.
okay, learn to laugh at yourself when you do something stupid, because trust me, folks, you're a human being, and you're going to do a lot of it. Okay, and so hey, learn to laugh at yourself and move on and have a good time while you're here. You're not going to be here long.
No.
Fool around, I'm gonna change
Okay.
the door code.
And with that, I appreciate everyone in this room.
Amen, buddy. We appreciate you too.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
That's why
I
you
really
tried
do.
to.
Like the other day, I had so much fun with you and the cameraman.
Yeah, I know. And look, you know
Okay.
you're welcome to go with me. I know it's a short window with you now because you can't really take the heat and it's about to get
Oh,
hot.
yeah.
So that's why when you said, "Hey, I want to go," I said, "Well, we're going. Let me just make sure I can find us a place to go."
Yep.
But you know, I mean, God,
On that-
I
no,
don't
no.
get it, man.
No, no,
I
look,
don't-
on that-
Well, those were fun.
On
no,
that,
I just don't get the comparison. His whole life is a comparison. That's what I don't understand.
Well,
like,
on that, hey, the only
and I love Jason. to
The
be
only
fair.
thing important in this world for you and whoever else you run into is the relationship you form
Amen.
Mhm.
with
Amen.
everyone you come into contact to. You have the opportunity to form a relationship,
Yep.
okay, that is in my humble opinion is priceless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, because hey, that's what life is really about. The relationship first with the Almighty, the one that created everything. All right, then the second one is, hey, the relationship whether if you found a woman you marry, you have kids. Okay, it's all about, hey, the relationships you have and how far you take them. Okay, and that's, that is life and a good one.
Well, and I
It
think
is. Yeah.
We're getting deep now.
Yeah. Well, and I
Yeah.
think our relationship in here is one like we all cut up together.
Yeah.
And I think my favorite part of that whole little clip of them getting on us is the fact that Dasher couldn't stop smiling, just remembering all the fun he had.
I know.
Because of it, and he said he got whiplash because we're all yelling and screaming and just
Well, he
being
got
weird.
he did have the unenviable middle seat, which is the one I had for all of Duck Dynasty. That's a tough place to sit, but
And
I
look,
sat there one day with Phil, Kay, and Si.
that's a hard spot to sit.
And I was
Look
like,
here,
and Phil
here's-
left in the middle.
here's
of
the
it.
thing. If
So
I
you got
remember, if I remember correctly, and guess what we was talking about?
Family.
Relationships everybody had with each other.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Okay, that's why he had so much fun.
And
We talked
Jace had
about his
fun, too.
mom, who's in heaven now. Talked
I-
about my sister Judy, she's in heaven now.
you won't know the other reason he has so much fun in here. He actually got to talk.
Well, that is the truth. That's true.
Because we will let
Okay.
anybody have the microphone.
Yeah.
None of us care. Like,
Well, I like
We're
to,
ju- and if
I
we,
like to hear
if we
what
do
people
care,
got
we'll
to
just
say.
start shouting above each other until somebody says something interesting.
and we'll go with that. We'll go with those famous 4 words to Hunter. Fix it in post.
Yeah, Hunter. Hunter actually has the hardest job
Hey,
of any of the podcasts.
sometimes you
editing,
just
for
gotta
sure.
run it.
Only 2 things in life are certain:
What's that?
death and taxes. And I'm not really a big fan of either of those, but I'm here to tell you there's a third certainty, and you're going to love it.
What's that?
If you're with Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile, you could be saving a fortune every month by switching to Pure Talk. That's right. Pure Talk, our sponsor and my cell phone company, is cutting the fat from the wireless industry. Who doesn't want to cut the fat? Everybody
Amen.
likes cutting the fat, and they're cutting it from the wireless industry because you're getting overcharged. And for just $25 a month, you can get unlimited talk, text, and 5 gigs of data on America's most dependable 5G network. And listen to this. The average family of 4, like yours, Martin,
Yep.
saves over $1,000 a year when they switch to Pure Talk. That's real money back in your pocket.
Hey, I like that. Like,
And they got a U.S. customer service team.
which is important.
Now, these people are in Georgia.
Yep.
You can switch hassle-free in as little as 10 minutes. You can even keep your phone and your phone number, which is what I wanted to do because I've had the same phone number since I was like 16. Or if you're looking to upgrade your current device, they can get you a fancy new phone too. Switching is easy. I know because I did it, and I'm now a proud Pure Talk customer. And Si, you're going to love this. These dudes are veteran-owned, and they love supporting veterans. They've donated $50,000 to provide scholarships to support veterans learning trades after active duty. They're helping eliminate veteran debt, and they love raising donations to end veteran suicide. Thank you for that, Pure Talk. So here's what I need you to do. Do this. Go to puretalk.com/ to make the switch, and you'll save an additional 50% off your first month. Again, that's puretalk.com/ to start saving today. Pure Talk, wireless by Americans for Americans.
All right, what's the Almighty going to leave us with here today, JD?
Are you ready to go home?
We got.
Well, hey,
We probably need to answer at least an email or a voicemail. You
well,
got
hey,
something?
You got a voicemail?
Whatever y'all want to do.
Hunter just gave me the saddest look ever about a
They're
voice.
not sending as many.
Well, we haven't been teeing them up either.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we've been having a lot. I want to break it down real fast. Hello at Duck Call Room. Ask us for advice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read the emails.
or not even
Ask
ask
weird
us for
questions.
Weird question. Give praise reports. We like seeing all of it, right? Things happen in everybody's lives. So, like, if you got something cool that happened, let's talk about it. If you got,
And sometimes I'm gonna read weird. Like I kind of got a weird one today that I
and the
think
voicemail, leave us a voicemail. It is 318.
you'll hear your voice on this podcast.
It is 318
Yeah.
215
65.
6559. Yeah, it had been a minute, so I wanted to make sure I got that right.
Hold on. Let's. I want to hammer this home. What is it?
318 215 6559. That's what I thought it was, but I just wanted to make sure.
Hold on.
Hey, Jack, this is Uncle Fine. You reached my answering machine.
This is
Hey,
the
look,
voicemail.
leave me a message for us to play in the duck call room, and you just might hear yourself in an upcoming episode. But please, y'all, hey, keep it short and don't forget, make it funny.
Your buddy called that.
Oh,
Hey, this is John David Owen. I'm from West Monroe, Louisiana. Is Hunter as? Just kidding, Hunter. Anyway, I got a good chuckle. Craig from Pensacola, Florida, emailed in.
Craig.
He just watched Duckman 21, The Last Supper.
Well, that's old.
Oh, gracious sakes alive! I need to do this text message too after this. We're I got a text message we're doing after Craig's email.
Okay.
Craig from Pensacola, Florida. He said, during the bullfrog hunt, I've never watched this, by the way, Martin, that is not really my cup of tea. Jay Stone appeared to be in the worse shape than anyone on the DVD. That includes Godwin, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
How did he turn it around, and what motivates him to keep the momentum going?
I'm going to guess that watching that video is one of the things that helped turn him around.
And I wanted to do this with him not here and you here because you know him well. Because he would just say, well, I'm here to cause physical pain on others if need be.
Yeah.
Or simulated murder. And he would give you
Simulated
some
murder,
answer
yeah.
like that.
Mhm.
But what would you say keeps Stone motivated to keep the weight off?
Well, I do know the original reason why he said he wanted to start losing weight. He said that they was hunting one day and he had to go. A crippled a mallard, and he had to go after him.
That's the story.
Yeah.
That's the story because I've asked him.
Yeah.
He said, "Hey, I running after that crippled mallard, and I had to stop, and it was like that old man there.
Yeah, so he was huffing
couldn't
and puffing.
breathe. He said, "Hey, I might get rid of this. This ain't right. I'm too young. I'm too young to feel that bad."
Yeah.
Mhm.
No,
I think that is what he doesn't want to go back.
Well, you get,
no.
everybody gets to that point in life.
Well,
where-
And you have
And
a
I
bunch
mean-
of kids, and you get to a point where you're like, oh, wow, I might have made some.
and I don't know whether she's serious or not, but Anna always told him if he got to 300 pounds, she
well,
was
no,
leaving.
no, that was the other one. That was
I've never heard that.
Hey, that
heard
was
that
the
either.
other one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the other one because she said that in front of me before when
Yeah.
I've been over his house.
I
Hey,
don't know
if
if
you
we
don't
should
lose
have
some
that
of that
on or
weight,
not.
I'm gonna get me a new one.
Yeah. Nan always says, if you get 300 pounds, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm
But
I'm
me
gonna
and
find me a
Stone-
new one.
Used to hang out a lot back then in both of our heavy set days.
House of pain.
No.
Oh, just eating.
Iron Cactus.
Yeah, iron cactus.
Yeah, how did it?
Them Monterey fajitas.
Oh,
and
pork
them
pork on
shelf-
top.
Them top shelf Ritas.
Oh,
Anyways.
but back to the deal about losing it. It's nothing worse to see someone that has lost a lot of weight and then gains it all back.
Yeah, get right back up there.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
I did that
Come on.
2 years
You
ago.
Yeah,
went
Johnny
through
D
it.
was a roller coaster.
You went through it and lost it, and then why would you be that stupid and go back?
Here's the thing. People say you feel better, and I don't know that part's true because you don't really notice it. But what you do notice
I
is
do notice it, but
in your everyday things like chasing ducks,
Oh yeah.
it's way easier to do it
Yep.
whenever you're in
Yep.
shape.
like
Yeah.
taking side fishing the other day.
Way easier to do it in shape because that's a lot of work.
Yeah,
He's still 14.
That's what most people don't realize.
yeah.
Hunting is a lot of work. Fishing is a lot of work.
But like in that hole we fished in is like bumper boats. So stumps everywhere. So the whole time I'm constantly just going back and forth, side to side, getting off stumps, onto stumps, all the things. And if I hadn't lost the weight, I would have been dead by the time we left there.
Yeah, because,
As it
hey-
was, I still could have fished the rest of the day. Like,
Because every time he'd hit one of them stumps, it was out of looking to see if he's gonna fall in.
yeah.
Mhm.
I'd almost
Hey,
got
you ain't ready for it. Bam.
I almost did
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Because they said, watch out, tree. What they didn't see was the stump in front of the tree under the gunnel of the boat.
Yeah, he knew it was
That's right.
too far away from the tree.
Yeah.
He didn't see the stump.
And that thing hit that thing with that wind blowing crossways. And, buddy, I about
And
left
hey,
there.
the wind was at about
'Cause I
10 or
just
12
kinda-
miles an hour.
I kind of peeked over my shoulder and saw the tree. I was like, oh, I got plenty of room.
Yeah.
Plenty of
no
room.
problem. I
Yeah,
just used
about
my
that
peripheral vision.
yeah, then about that time,
Ooh.
pow.
I said, oh, God, I'm going swimming, boys.
Yeah.
But I stayed in the boat this time. But
Well, hey, at least if you did, like I said, you probably got a little more oomph into you to get away. You know.
well, I could have. I mean, ain't no big deal. I could have just stood up in that hole. It's pretty shallow.
Oh well, yeah,
But like, no, it's just no. I do feel better. Like I don't have that dragging feeling.
It's when
Like-
you're doing stuff.
Yeah.
You like
Yeah.
just you could do stuff like I had to move a treadmill recently.
The best thing I ever did was quit eating lunch
Mm-hmm.
because it didn't matter what I ate. I always kind of felt like trash from. If you eat at 12, you don't feel yourself again until like 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I just cut that crap out and do the intermittent fasting all day until I get home at dinner time, and I feel
We
great.
built the whole home gym thing, and I moved the house and bought this stupid treadmill that like goes under the bed at one point, and she wanted me to move it to the garage, and I was super out of shape, and it almost killed me getting it there. And then one day, she was like, "Hey, I kind of want that back in the bedroom," and I was like, "Oh." I walked out there and I picked it up, put it over my shoulder, and walked in the house.
Took
Like,
off with it.
"Oh wow, I am in much better
Yeah,
shape."
it's
And that
easy.
and remembering stuff like that, I'm like, "Okay, we're gonna."
It's easy for me now too, because them two youngins
Oh yeah,
keep me.
they'll
They keep me motivated to want to be able to play with.
The
them. 'Cause
energy,
if I didn't,
the Energizer Bunny.
like,
Yeah.
man, they are. Ooh, they a
Okay,
handful.
here's the text message though.
Okay,
I
go
can't end without this.
Yeah.
Do you know Kip from the production team? Are they're like all from the production team doing the TV shows, typically like Californians and people from all over.
Yep.
This person just said, "What kind of lure should we use for the water at Phil's property?"
There's just one.
They're not going to catch anything.
Who's fishing?
They didn't respond.
How are they fishing?
We have no idea.
Nets, lines, yo-yos.
They need live bait.
Yeah.
They need live
Shiners.
bait and a cork.
Yeah.
They need crickets and shiners.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like legit crickets. I call everything.
I just
a
think it's
cricket,
funny
but
that
Yeah.
they
the
need
out
them
of
little
towners are
six-legged
down there
crickets.
like,
Yeah, that's right.
What kind of lure?
what kind of lure should we use for the water?
You send her a picture of dynamite?
Phil, yeah, that's,
Yeah.
that's their only chance.
Well, let's get out of here.
I got us a verse, specifically one of deep meaning for the people that like to have fun in life. Psalm 126:2. Our mouths were filled with laughter, our tongues with song of joy. Then it was said among the nations, the Lord has done great things for them.
Amen.
Not the joy of the Lord, unashamed
The
people.
joy of the Lord
Get you some of it.
will be my strength.
Smile every once in a while.
All right, we'll see y'all next time right here in the Duck Call Room. We're out.